The amount of faith is not as important as its quality. This goes back to the mustard seed size amount of faith. As you obey and trust God in small areas, the size of your faith increases. Seed of the mustard contains the size of faith awaiting to burst and germinate, overtaking any doubt or previous belief. What we need to realize is that each and every day is a battle. Each and every day, a battling is happening and a battling is taking place. Each and every day, our faith is tested, and although there are some days the battle is easier than others, our faith is really being tested. So some things come at us, and our faith says, I'm okay with that. I'm good. And then there's some battles that come, and our faith is like, I don't know. So what this reminds me is a Pac-Man game. There's some days that we're going around, walk, and we were just eating the pellet because our faith is just allowing us to eat all the power pellets. But then we come across something that's like, okay, what's going on? And then that's when the ghosts start to chase us, and we need to go get a power pellet. That power pellet is the word. You go to your word, you become the big Pac-Man, and then you eat off all the ghosts, and then your faith consumes it. That's what your faith is doing. That's why it's so critical for us to have faith, and that's why it's impossible to please God without faith. Because our faith is what pretty much devours anything that is not of God. It devours it, and it will not allow it to inhabit our space, our mental space, our emotional space, our spiritual space. Our faith pretty much gobbles it up. It devours it, just like the Pac-Man. So understand, every day there's a battle going on. I don't want to say that there's not, because there is. Every day there's a battle going on, and your faith is tested. Some days are easier than others. And so you can go on eating the pellets like normal. But then there's some days you got to go get a power pellet so that way your faith can devour what's trying to test you or battle you. The word gives us the strength to believe that we are more than conquerors. The word does. It gives us that strength to believe that. It gives us that hope to believe that. And some days we truly need to petition God like Gideon did. Not so that we're questioning him because we don't believe him, but we're petitioning and we're questioning him so that way he can show us before our eyes that our faith is increasing, that our obedience is effective, that we are maturing. So we petition God like Gideon does so that we can see our measure of faith evolving and maturing. God does not mind if we ask him questions. What he minds is if you come to him and talk to him like, okay, I don't really believe this, but da-da-da-da-da. Like, no. He wants you to come to him and be like, okay, God, I'm not saying this because I don't believe you. I'm saying this because I just want to make sure that I'm obeying you. Yeah. I just want to make sure I'm hearing you. Can you do this? Can you confirm this for me? Yeah. Okay. So although a mustard seed seems small, it has the potential to be alive and growing. Almost invisible at first, it develops first under the ground, but when it breaks the soil, it remains barely visible. But it has the power to grow into a full-size plant. Like a tiny seed, a small amount of genuine faith in God will take root and grow. Although each change will be gradual and imperceptible, soon this faith will have produced major results that will uproot and destroy competing loyalties. So that's what that's what the mountain is. The mountain is the thing that's coming to destroy your faith. And so that thing that is coming to destroy your faith, you're putting yourself in position to receive the authority and power and say, my faith is bigger than this. God has said this. God has said that. He has demonstrated this. He has demonstrated that. Mountain, be ye removed and go into the sea. That mountain is anything that comes to challenge your faith and does not leave you on a victorious, more than conqueror stage. Okay? God is saying he's given us that authority to uproot that mountain and say, be cast in the sea. I see you, brother-in-law, I'm coming to you. We do not need faith in order to forgive others. A tiny seed of faith can be enough while it's alive and growing. Okay, so we don't need faith to forgive others. Forgiving others is an opportunity that we need to take ourselves and say, this is what I am going to do because this is what God did for me, and this is what I'm going to do on behalf of my brother and my sister. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there. I'm gonna stop right there. What question or comment did you have, Joel?
Well, first of all, I appreciate it because this is right on time because this mountain has been coming from every angle here in the past week or so, of certain believers or certain people are just saying certain things. And especially around Christmas time, there's been a lot of talk on Christmas and what it's about and things like that, And then, of course, it's going to lead to other things. They go into it, but they start with the small things, look for that, to poke a hole in that, and then it's going to come across, okay, then it's one of that. And then now today it just came full-fledged. I was talking with an individual, and that mountain came out again. So I've been encountering it the whole time, and I'm just keeping my faith throughout the whole ordeal, staying humble and keeping my faith and say, you know what, I'm going to be a believer. I'm not going to let this, I'm not even going to entertain it. I'm not even going to listen to it. I'm not even going to give it the time of the day to even sit there. They were like, well, just listen to them. They got some good, and I guess it come at you to try to deceive you because they say, okay, he got some good points of what he's saying, but blah, 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 blah. You know what? I'm like, no, I'm not even going to listen to it. I don't even want to hear that good point, right? Because it's just something to take your faith and take your mind off the bigger picture, if that makes sense.
It does.
This is right on time. I needed that, that reminder of, you stay true to who you are.
It is, and it comes hard, and I want to caution you, brother. It comes harder as you believe deeper. As you believe deeper, it comes harder. So for me now, it's not little things that are coming on TV. It is something that'll come, and it's like 70% of it sound like something I would believe, but it's that 30%. I'm like, get out my ear. I ain't even trying to hear you, because if that 30% creeps and takes root, it could disrupt what else you got going on. So you have to. That's why it is a battle every day. Recognize that each and every day it's a battle. Again, some days easier than others. And then the others that are not, you got to go to your power pellets. You just do. You have to. It is what gives you that authority to say, no, I'm more than a conqueror. No, I'm more than a conqueror. No, I'm more than a conqueror. God, you told me in your word that if I had the faith the size of the mustard seed, I could tell the mountain to be uprooted and be thrown into the sea. So again, it's not about the quantity, but the quality of your faith. So that's why God allows us to build faith slowly. Because as we build faith slowly, we are not shaken as easily. Because when we believe something, we believe that we believe that we believe that we believe. But when you just believe something overnight, someone can come and jingle you. And then your whole tower is coming down.